Okay, this is sixth in a series about the length of the growing sewing libraries. Quick review. Come back up here. You move to distributor, publish physical, digital, physical. This is the hub. Is the libraries, homework clinic, developing leadership, continuing education. That was the last one. This one, we're getting this one into here. And hold on, if you've been, this one gets complicated. I'll just warn you ahead of time. And significantly, this is really where it all began in my heart. Uh, Back in about 1979, about approximately then. I was seeking God for a vision for my life, about my ministry. I'd gone through a lot of changes and trials and difficulties and hassles and said, God, what shall I do? What is it? And just go to the original. And what I realized, new Christian, fairly new Christian, want to reach out to serve people, to contact people. And I thought, well, what's everybody need? Everybody needs to eat. So have a place to eat. And not just, and I had the idea, and this is in the 70s, before I ever seen anything like this, basically what you might find now, college campus, or I've seen it at college campuses, I've seen it in hospitals, it's a food court. A food court in the sense, not like in a mall where you have all different kinds of fast food people. A food court, kind of like where you go in, you know, the salads over here, and the hot dishes there, and the desserts over there, the drinks over here, and all different things, breads over there. So you walk around, you get different things that you need, and you check out. And then what I wanted to have there, because some people will not be able to afford much or anything, so to offer soups for free and bread and fruit juice, some basics stuff for free. So people come in there and get a complete free meal. But how you pay for that is because people come there and buy their lunch and buy their dinner, buy their breakfast. So their profits offset the cost of the no cost items. So you get, therefore, and then it sits there. It's clearly a Christian context. It has Christian music. It has Christian posters. Have prayer requests. Have just a prayerful, wonderful, lovely setting. So that's just for food, of course, but then also affiliated with that is a retail bookstore. So you have food, and then a bookstore. I got to move this across some more. And we have retail sales. So you sell regular bookstore kinds of stuff, which is good, and not necessarily want to go in competition with all the regular bookstore people, but but all these things before the people had made that were their own products. So people from that region. So it's kind of like a regional band with their own music CD, or a Bible teacher with their own outlet right there, retail outlet for people. People could buy stuff, local artists, and they could. And it could even be like a thing where they sell their stuff, kind of like rent a table or a shelf. I've seen this before at a like a call that. I won't say. Like a flea market. So a place where people can buy and sell, FLEA. Yeah. But you got food where you can full retail pays and then that also people could contribute for gift packages out the back door. So people would be screened and qualify, and they get a box of groceries to take home. And some people can cook, some people can't cook, some people have a freezer, some don't. So they get food out the back door. And they retail, the meeting rooms on a sliding scale. So it's like during the day, the business people could come and have meetings, and other clubs could come in the evening and rent the room on a sliding scale. So the business people get full price, and the clubs get the discounted price because they're meeting room. Church plants could get on Sundays at a discounted price. And a place to borrow and a place to give. In other words, people need yard equipment, gardening equipment for a very few hours a year. they come and they borrow it, or they rent it. I have a whole different thing later for rental. So buy and sell, eat and meet. That was the original one. And also, there's a whole thing here about orphanages. I'll get a lot more on orphanages another time. Because wise use of things. The other is you can sell sales, and this is, remember, this is the Community Centered Partnerships. That's what this is called. So how can the library be a part of something bigger? So in other words, with the retail, why would so one thing I keep thinking about is reading. What is closely affiliated with a library is reading glasses. People can't read. I need a 3.0, 3.25 reading glasses. They cost, I can get them for anywhere from $1 to $15, but you can buy them for 50 cents in bulk. So you sell reading glasses, mobile phones. People get mobile phone devices, which audio, video, text, SD cards, Bluetooth, those kinds of things. Retail. So why would a retail person want to participate is because they get, so you can sell refreshments for a library patron, just like you have the coffee shops inside the Barnes and Nobles. Have a consignment. People bring by their pretty furniture and put it there on consignment. Lease to own. So tools. I mean, just in terms of stewardship. And again, in a village setting, so you have hoes and plows and carpentry tools and drills and masonry and woodworking and plumbing and butchering kinds of tools that they rent, they lease to own. Means of production, so the sewing machines, spinning wheels, looms, or things to repair, carts, autos, bicycles. So they rent that, they come to own that. Party supplies, it's like weddings, funerals, birthdays, holidays, celebrations. I mean, party supply is what? So the organization, the company, whatever, owns these items, owns these, rents them out, makes a profit to help pay for the place and the space for the library and get the traffic and the goodwill and whatever, and rent out the canning equipment, cheese making, yogurt making, educational toys, lights. Came across an interesting thing one time, said that a company, a nonprofit, learned that how they can help children learn, become literate in very low-income villages was to get them to have solar during the day, charge batteries. They use the batteries at night to power lanterns. And the lanterns were used, it's this little room. So these people, there's a couple of adults and a bunch of kids around learning literacy because of the lantern, so they can study at night. So you make things and sell at night because we don't appreciate the power of just a light bulb at night. But the people that work sun up to sundown, well, at night they sit around together and do nothing. Well, if they can rent or lease or own a light, then they can make things, crafts things, kinds of stuff at night. They can rent computers. I just said that. Well, I guess. And reading glasses. Wholesale. So these are the ways that the other thing is to sell to schools the textbooks, or colleges the textbooks, the library books, the outside reading books. So in other words, because remember back over here, the library is affiliated with a place that has this digital to physical. So if we can get good basic textbooks in K-12 curriculum, and they print, they're free and they're allowed to print it. They print it, and then they turn around and they sell it or lease it or rent it or whatever back over here. Creates an income that pays their utility bills, hires their workers. Okay, offer a preschool and nursery school, Mother's Day out kinds of things, where the kids interact with educational toys and games, not just, God bless dollies and trucks, but stuff that will help them to learn the alphabet and geography and stuff like that. Or to have a child taxi service, community development projects for biogas. So all these kinds of ways where they can, this is the thing, publishing companies to serve the library. So the source of content is those things I said before, all the Creative Commons stuff created locally. Not just be American stuff created by their own elders, created by their own experts, their own NGOs, their own government organizations, okay, by volunteers, by missionaries, by, I don't care, donated by publishers and partnerships with Bible studies, You see, the issue is that these contents become products, and Disc Makers is a company that sells things so they can make the CDs and DVDs, storage device with content. I forget, lots and lots and lots of stuff like that. So the issue is that the library becomes the nucleus and the catalyst for community development. So you have these partnerships going on, okay? That's probably enough of that. Yeah, that is enough.